If you're like me and you suffer from sleep apnea, going camping can be a little bit of a challenge because you've got to bring your CPAP machine. In the past, I have had to bring my CPAP, my old CPAP machine, which I use as my backup or my camping machine. And for that purpose, I have a backup battery like this. This one is BPS Battery Power Solutions, and it comes with various attachments, one of which is this, I don't know, it's an inverter or something, some kind of a gizmo that you plug into the battery, and it converts this to 24 volt DC. And this battery here typically lasts for about two nights. I'll get about 2 nights, 2 7-hour nights out of it. I usually bring this as well, just because this is the AC. It's a big brick. It's an AC adapter, and I bring that as a backup, just in case I have electricity. But this is the unit that I bring. This is my old S9, Resmed S9, and I use that as my backup. I've got a regular hose, and I've got one of these things here that helps with the humidity in the air. So it's pretty good. It actually works pretty well. I don't have any kind of a condensation or anything like that. There's no problem, and I don't get any drying out. And then, of course, there's my mask. So last couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I think, or a week before the last, we had this storm in Houston, and the storm knocked out the power. So we had no electricity in the house. And as a result, I tried to use my camping CPAP. So what I did was I plugged this thing in, and it wouldn't start. Now, for the last few times that I went camping, I noticed that I'd have to jiggle this end. This is the end that goes into the back of the CPAP machine. And I'd have to jiggle it a bit and play with it a bit. I don't know what it was that I was playing with, but eventually it would receive power of the machine, and then I'd be able to actually use it. During the blackout, I attempted to hook this thing up, and I pushed it into the back of the CPAP machine, and I jiggled it every which way, but it would not start. So as a result, I couldn't use this. Even though the battery is fully charged, this thing, I guess, just stopped working. And so I had to sleep without a CPAP. I had to sleep sitting up. And of course, that lasted for 2 nights before I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to go to a hotel. But by the time I went to a hotel on the 3rd night, the power came back on. So what to do now? I need to get a battery backup for my CPAP machine. And I need to have something for camping as well. Now, these batteries are very expensive. If you look online, you can see they're like 300, 400, 500 and above. I don't know why. It's just a battery, but the thing is, they're quite expensive. And so I figured, well, maybe I can buy one of these things here and try and get the existing battery bank, working, and with a replacement one of these. But it's not so easy to find this. I don't know if Battery Power Solutions has gone out of business or what. I think it's yet another Chinese battery. Yes, this one says made in China. You probably can't read that. I'm recording this with the Insta360 Ace Pro, and that's not known for close-up focusing, and I don't have a diopter on this right now. But I decided, well, rather than spend money behind this bad solution here, I'm going to invest in a new battery backup system. So I bought a whole nother battery, but this time the battery that I bought connects directly to the CPAP machine, and it doesn't go through any gizmo like this. So I wouldn't need to bring this anymore. Okay, well, we're going to do a little unboxing now. This is the Easylonger ES720. Just came today. I bought this with my own money. So this is not a paid promotion or anything like that. As you can see here, ES720 power pack, DC output, high capacity USB-C, PD in and out, 120 volt cigar lighter output, solar input, 10 watt wireless charging. So it supports wireless charging. Comes in a pretty sturdy box. And here's the side here, the other side, and the back. Technical specifications: capacity 3.7 volts, 72,000 milliampere hours, or 266.4 watt hours. Just by comparison, my smaller old battery was 97.7 watt hours at 12 volts. The weight of this thing, though, is what's surprising me. On the box it says 1,500 grams, which is 1.5 kilograms. And I can tell you it's pretty heavy. It's much heavier than the old one. So let's see what's inside. Right away you open it up. This is the very first time I'm opening this up. Comes with a little card here. Connect CPAP from DC port. And it actually shows my AirSense 10, Resmed AirSense 10 CPAP on the card. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Quick start card. Now this is a difference from the other one in that it comes with this beautiful neoprene type case. So the other one, my wife made a case for me for the other battery, and but the other battery is much smaller. I'll show you them side by side in a second. This is the manual. Comes with a manual. Now I bought this on Amazon, so if it's not suiting my needs and is not working out, I can always return it. It's got a nice finish to it, a nice feel to the surface. Now here's the thing. It comes with 4 different cables. Okay, 4 different cables. This is one for my old CPAP, for the S9. It's got this type of connector. I think this one would be for the AirSense 10, the new, the newer CPAP that I have. So right away I've got both cables for the 2 CPAPs that I have. And these 2 here, I don't think I'd need. It comes with an AC brick to charge it up with, and it also comes with a small USB-A to USB-C cable. This is another cord. This is the actual plug for the brick. Okay. And this is USB-C to USB-C cable. Really nicely finished. And this end of it is a flashlight, apparently. You can charge up your phone with this, by placing the phone on that. So let's take this, open this up. Cigarette lighter, 12 volt cigarette lighter port. You've got a USB-C and just a coax type port there. I'm not going to push that in. I probably need to use that. And you've got a USB-A and a USB-C here. These are out. So USB-A and USB-C out. And these are in and out. USB-C and DC. In and out. This one's only out, and this one's in and out. This one's out only. So, let's see if it's got any power. I just pressed the button there and it's got two ticks, so it's pretty low in power. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got 2 faint blue lights there. Now, to get 24 volts, I believe my CPAP machine needs 24 volts. This one here it says for Resmed S9, so definitely the one I need, and operates at 24 volts. So if I remember correctly, to set the voltage, you have had to press and hold down this left button, and then after you get it blinking, let me see. It says here, short press to select 12 volts, 16.5, 20.5, 20 volts, and 24 volts. That's what it says here. So let's do that. Long press until the LED turns red. Yeah, there's one LED. You probably can't see it. Turns red, and then short press, and then right away all the way up to the fourth. The fourth one is 24 volts. Short press to select, and it stays on red on the fourth light. So let's just plug it in and see if it works, and then I'm going to charge this thing up. So now I haven't read the instructions yet. So I've pushed this S9 cable into the port here, the DC out port, and right away it's coming on. So even, straight out of the box, reading the SD card, it's ready. It's blowing. So it works. Whereas the old one, I'd have to jiggle this. Plug this one in, again into the DC port, and then plugging this into the back of the AirSense 10. And there you can see, it's powering it up right off the bat. Yeah, it's ramping up. It's blowing. So it works. Perfect. So I've got both cables for use with my two different CPAPs, and so we're good. Now I know it's going to be heavy compared to the other one. I can just feel it. This Battery Power Solutions battery weighs 1 pound 10.2 ounces. But don't forget, I've got to bring some other stuff. So for it to work, normally I'd have to use this thing as well. Okay? So the two together, 1 pound 14 ounces. 1 pound 14 ounces. Versus one of these cables. Let's take one of the cables and the Easylonger ES720. 3 pounds 8.5 ounces. So quite a significant difference in weight. Not only that, but it's a significant difference in size as well. But side by side, you can see the difference. It's about the same width, actually, so that's good. It's about the same width. But the Easylonger battery is about an inch and a half longer, and it's much thicker. It's about twice as thick as the Battery Power Solutions battery. But I think it has more capacity in it. This here should get me at least 3 nights of performance, out of it. What I propose to do is to use this battery. I'm going to charge it up, and then I'm going to use it for as many nights as it'll go. Now I'm at home, so I'm not camping. Usually when I'm at home, I sleep longer than when I'm camping. So we'll see how good this thing lasts, but at least I'll track the hours that it actually worked. Now the thing is, at home, I usually use my AirSense, and I have the dehumidifier or the humidifier tank with water in it. I usually have that connected, and that will decrease the output of the battery. It will use more juice. So what I probably am going to do for the next 3 nights, if it lasts that long, is I'm going to use my camping CPAP. And because that, like I showed you before, I use this thing here. And this is a passive kind of humidifier. This works pretty good. I mean, you know, I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed and everything, and I'm good. I'm good to go. This hose is not heated, and it doesn't use a humidifier tank, so the CPAP is not working as hard. This S9 comes with another half here. That's the tank. But I don't use that because I just, you know, push this hose directly into this, and I've got this here. Hey, it works for me. It works great. They're both set to the same pressure, so my prescription pressure is in this machine as well as in the home machine, so I get the same therapy. But what I'm going to do is use this for the next 3 nights or so and see how it works. You know, I'll let you know in a follow-up clip in this video. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I tested the Easylonger battery, and I can report that I had 4 solid nights of sleep with the battery. The first night 8 hours, second night 8 hours, third night 7.5 hours, fourth night 7 hours. But then I noticed that the battery was starting to get a little bit low, and I think it was maybe on one LED light. And I decided to continue using it, knowing that it would probably not make it through the night. And I got 2 more hours out of the battery before it gave up, and I had to switch power back to AC. So that was a total of 32.5 hours. I'm going to put up on the screen what they claim is the how many hours you'll get out of it. But again, a lot of it depends on the use case, whether you're using a humidifier or whether you're using a heated hose or your pressure settings even. Again, like I mentioned before, I was using it with my S9. No humidifier because I'm using that passive humidity trap, and of course an unheated hose. And yeah, it performed well. I didn't have any problems with dry air or anything like that, so humidity was good. Woke up refreshed the next morning. So 4 good nights. And previously with the battery powered solutions, I was only able to get maximum 2 nights, 2 8-hour nights maximum out of that battery. So this is a much improved situation. Granted, the battery is much bigger, so how it fits in my panniers, I haven't figured that out yet. But it'll take up more space. Most likely I have to go in my top box on my motorcycle when I travel. But I can conclude by saying that, yeah, it's a much better solution for emergency backup for my home. And also, it's a great option for travel as well. If you know you're going to be gone for 4 hours, 4 days or 4 nights, you know, you can be confident in knowing that you're going to get 4 nights of sleep without recharging this battery. Charging it up, that's another plus. It charged up in about 6 hours from 0. So very pleased with that. I think it charges up just as fast as the skinnier battery power solution battery, and very pleased with that. I also discovered how to charge the phone. There is a button on the rightmost button on the panel that you use for either switching on the flashlight or the light or charging your phone. Very simple. I just didn't read the instructions at the time earlier on in this video. One criticism I do have of this battery has to do with the LED display. The LED lights bleed into one another such that you can't really tell, is it 3 LEDs or 4 LEDs that are on, that type thing, you know. They could do a little bit better job with their display. But other than that, it functions just fine, and it's a solid buy. This battery is a solid buy, and it's a keeper. They do say that you should charge it up every couple months or something like that, and it only makes sense. I mean, right now it's just sitting there and probably discharging all by itself. So what I would probably want to do is use it every couple of months to go through a bit of a discharge cycle and then a recharge, and then bring it up to snuff, so that when I'm ready to go, or if there's a blackout or something like this, it's ready, and it's optimally charged. So thumbs up for the ES720 Easylonger battery. It's a great product.